Hello traders, welcome to today's video. It is Wednesday the 14th of February. It is Valentine's Day, love is in the air, and Bitcoin has given us some love this morning with a nice pump once again to the upside, approaching that big 52k target that we have been looking for. And also, because it is Valentine's Day and we love you very, very much for all the support that you do continue to give this community by watching, by hitting the like button, by subscribing, by commenting, and just generally engaging with the community. There is something that we have wanted to do to give back, so that if you are looking to join the crew, if you want to join a thriving community of really great traders, if you want to take a lot of great trades with us, of course we have the Discord, where there is constant stuff going on over on the Discord. You can see all of these wins from yesterday. Tons and tons and tons and tons of wins from myself. All of these trades shared within the crew. One loser, but I've been holding that for a few days now. And because I had the margin, then it's all good. And yeah, loads and loads of stuff going on, of course, as always with the crew. Lots of ideas being shared, lots of trades being taken, lots of profits being made, and loads of information on a ton of other stuff over there. Then yeah, we are currently offering a very special, oh, that's the wrong one, a very special 70% off your first month of crew membership. So if you do go over to toroscrypto.com, or if you go to wop.com/toros-crypto, then if you sign up for the 1 month membership, the 1 month car payment membership, then you can get a 70% discount on that for your first month using that code TCLOVE. So make sure you do that. There is an announcement once again over in the Discord that explains this. Okay, so if you go to the announcements, it is here. So yeah, if you need any more information, go over to the Discord, and here is the link that you can use in order to sign up. So that is going to be running for today, tomorrow, probably that's it, because it's Valentine's Day is only one day. So make the most of it if you want to. And yeah, we'll see you all in the crew. Thank you for those of you who have already made the most of that offer. And thank you to those of you who are going to make the most of that offer and would like to join the crew. Now, talking about price action here, getting back into the price action then, yesterday was just very simply a backtest of weekly open. I spoke about this yesterday on the stream. Okay, this happened last week. Okay, there was a move up on the Monday, it got retraced on the Tuesday, and then got continuation beyond that. And that's very similar to what we're seeing again here. We had that move up on the Monday, retrace on the Tuesday, filling that 4-hour gap. Okay, the 4-hour gap being very important. 4-hour OB, you tap into it, and then you get continuation. So once again, we're looking at this area here as being important support. If we lose daily open, then we're losing some like kind of critical levels right now. So just continuing with the uptrend that we've been on right now, and everything at this stage looking pretty good. I am looking still for that 52k target on this, and I am still in the long, of course, from 38,800. So that trade in particular doing very well indeed right now. Looking at the Coinbase chart, okay, and just zooming out a little bit on here, we can see what we also have around that 52k is the 1.272. So that's a pretty important Fibonacci level to be aware of when we're looking at expansion and a move above whatever range that we've been in, this being this previous range. Okay, we're approaching that 1.272 from this high to this low. And we are approaching one of my favorite fib levels, which isn't a fib level, but it works very, very well because it's right slap bang in the middle of the 786 and the 618 is the 702. And that takes out these highs and comes into this daily gap that we have on the chart, just above that 52k level. So around about, well, 53 essentially. So 52 to 53, if there is to be a move up towards that, then once again, I think we could expect a pullback from that area. and maybe at that point that's when we're looking for another move back down, another big corrective move. But for now, everything's looking very, very good. If we continue at this speed, then we're going to be at all-time highs pretty soon, and you have to be like mindful of that. There's very little volume here. I mean, what we can do is place a volume profile through this entire range. Obviously everything's down at the bottom, but the only point in which we've got real volume that can prevent this from going much higher than this, we're in this very like large low volume area. The next area in which there is volume is up towards that $58,000 level, and then beyond that it is simply all-time highs. We've seen the Nasdaq that's done something very similar. Okay, as it was moving up, it was coming through these levels, but each level gets weaker and weaker. Okay, we're coming into less volume, and it does become easier, and this is why we're seeing this increase in speed and momentum to the upside, because it is easier for price to move up right now than it is to move down. Okay, we are establishing good support on every dip, we are getting good bounces on every dip, and if you just simply trade the trend, then it's really quite straightforward to profit from this. Okay, that dip yesterday gave some fantastic opportunities. A lot of altcoins taking out their Monday lows, giving some really good opportunities for bounces, and many of those now making new highs as well alongside Bitcoin. So yeah, everything looking decent for now. If we have a look over at everything else, all right, you'll know that yesterday we were talking about this. Basically, the liquidations were above us. All right, we came down, had a bit of a drop, but people are still shorting this, and this is very evident when you start to look at the order flow. Okay, we had this a little bit of a mini distribution yesterday. Okay, you can see open interest rising, the CVD was coming down, but price was also coming down with it, which means that the sellers that were within this part of the chart here were kind of had the initiative, and they were looking for price to move down. Once that happened, okay, a small amount of long liquidations, but nothing too crazy, because people aren't getting greedy at this stage. I still very much believe that there's not that much greed. There's certainly not much new money coming into the market still, and that the interest still has a long way to go to pick up here. And then what we've seen this morning, all right, is basically the opposite of that. You have people shorting, all right, but price was going up and open interest was going up, showing us that the short sellers were being absorbed. Okay, the market was absorbing these sellers, the price was moving higher, chasing the bid, building that open interest, and then once again they all get squeezed out. And many of these liquidations will have been short positions that were entering within this range, and would have been entering within this range and getting liquidated here, and then you go back and entering within this range and getting liquidated again. So these liquidations, whilst they are increasing in their ferocity, is that a good word? I would not be looking so much for a pullback. I do think that this can make another high, and it's if it starts to make a high, lose more momentum, it's unable to liquidate more traders because there are less over leveraged short positions within the market. I think at that point we can look for this to cool down and start to correct again. But for myself, still looking at 52k as being a pretty good target here. Something I showed on yesterday's video as well, like within the entire cycle, we're still very, very early. The social stats still have a long way to pick up. And yeah, when you're looking at things like agri-trade, the spot bid is still fairly strong here. You can see all of these sell-offs being perps led, okay, just sweeping leverage, taking out a little bit of open interest. The spot bid holds up well throughout that. There's certainly no capitulation from spot buyers here. That it's still relatively healthy, and we can be looking still for higher prices here. And yeah, overall with the altcoins, it's been a very green day once again. So nice to see that the scammy tokens are down on the day. Nice to see that Litecoin's down on the day. We're good to see that some of the bags that we are championing and repping within the community, Psy, Blur, Pyth, Tau, Dimension, Stacks, all of these doing pretty well this morning. So yeah, a good day. Of course, taking profits on this move, but still for myself, looking for that 52 to 50k, 53k area before I would anticipate a bigger correction again. So let's see how this can hold up. Let's see if it can hold here for a while. I wouldn't mind a little dip, All right, a little sweep down into that, like these like 50,600, 50,500, and then let's see if it can push up towards that 52k, maybe form some divergence there, and then that's when we see a pullback a little bit later on in the week. But as always, level to level. Today's a good day, taking profits, and let's see where the rest of the day takes us. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye bye.